Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated. The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but, what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Hallo und willkommen zurück hier bei Sherlock Holmes und kurze Info zuvor. Die Videosequenz am Anfang konnte ich leider nicht kommentieren, weil ich nicht mit gerechnet habe, dass dass eine Aktion stattfindet und genau, das war halt das Ende von dem vorigen Part. Ich weiß nicht, ob man einfach zurückdrücken kann oder so oder Start und dann beenden und so spiele ich dann immer so die nächste Sequenz. Und normalerweise ist das auch immer nur Videosequenz. Nur in diesem Fall war es dann wirklich, wirklich eine Interaktion mit dabei. Und somit konnte ich sie halt nicht kommentieren. Und ja, und jetzt sind wir halt an einem anderen Tag. Oh, das war der falsche Knopf. Jetzt sind wir an einem anderen Tag ein bisschen am Aufnehmen und wir fahren dann direkt zur Therme von Strand Lane und schauen mal, was wir da alles finden.
beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Verdächtige.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
Die Tatwaffe.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
Zeugen.
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He will be able to give you more details.
Na gut, dann reden wir mal mit dem.
Well, the steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Oh. Okay. Ach da, mit dem wollte ich reden.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
So, erstmal Profil. Leichte Falten. Schnittwunde. Schneidet sich die Haare. Lebt allein. Gestärkter Penibel. Glänzender Knopf. Manchester City. Was stand da? Heute aufgegebenes. Was? Heute aufgegebenes Telegramm. Was ist geschehen?
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Gab es andere Besucher?
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Okay.
Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
Okay, ja gut, dann gehen wir mal da rein. Ist das hier? Ne, ich glaube hier nicht, oder? Ach, hier ist die Umkleidekabine.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Okay, außen scheint schon mal nichts zu sein.
Champagne for a special occasion. Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
Mhm. Vielleicht irgendwas, was wir finden sollen? Nee. Ich glaube nicht. Dann gehen wir jetzt mal weiter da rein.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Der ist ganz schön übel zugerichtet.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Okay, also Tod durch Erstechen durchs Auge und dann ins Gehirn.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Na gut. Können wir uns das nochmal angucken?
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Oh, da liegt was.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Okay.
The grid cannot be removed.
Okay. Schauen wir uns weiter um.
G. Newell and Sons, Steam Specialists, Seattle, WA.
Mhm.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Oh. So, ach, damit ich den Hebel wiederfinde. Okay, also man hat kaum was gesehen.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. The weapon is nowhere to be found.
Okay, da brauche ich also irgendwie eine Zange oder sowas. Ist sonst irgendwas hier? Nee.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
Ja, dann reden wir mit Mr. Garrow.
It's horrible. So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Mhm.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Okay.
Mr. Holmes?
Okay, gut. Dann würde ich sagen, gehen wir erstmal raus. So, gehen wir erstmal raus und dann fragen wir Mr. Phillips. Oder wir finden noch eine Zange. Also, nicht vielleicht, wir werden bestimmt irgendwo eine Zange oder sowas finden.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Noch warten.
Please wait. I need to do something first.
Okay, ich weiß nicht, was das bringt, wenn wir die jetzt noch warten lassen. Was ist das hier? Okay, das ist nix. Exitus. Ah, okay. Da gehen wir wieder raus. Hier ist auch nix.
Frigidarium.
Was auch immer das ist. Oh, was ist das?
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Okay. Können wir auch ganz normal reinstapfen. Ach, da ist auch eine Zange.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research.
Da.
I will need these tongs.
Sehr gut. Dann kann ich jetzt dieses Metall da rausholen. Diese Metallplatte ist nicht nur vor Archäologen Interesse, sondern scheint auch ein Teil von etwas Größerem zu sein. Im Moment kann ich jedoch nicht genau sagen, um was es sich dabei handelt. Ja, dann drehen wir es mal um. Tschung.
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Ja, nimm das einfach mal mit, ne?
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Zeitung. Okay, das lese ich jetzt nicht durch. Ich hoffe, der gibt einen Kommentar ab. Okay, Mist. Mein werter Freund, ich möchte im kommenden Monat eine Pressekonferenz in den Thermen von Strand Lane abhalten. 1839 war ein bemerkenswertes Jahr für meine Arbeit im Ägypten, doch jetzt ist es an der Zeit, mich auf eine englische Archäologie zu konzentrieren. Es gilt, unsere nationalen Schätze ins Rampenlicht zu stellen und der Öffentlichkeit zu präsentieren. Bei dieser Pressekonferenz will ich möglichst viele Journalisten sehen und sie sollen wohlwollend darüber schreiben, da wir sie äußerst gut behandeln werden. Daher werde ich meinen alten Freund Lord Blackmore ansprechen und den Sondermittel des Königlichen Archäologischen Instituts für die Veranstaltung nutzen. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. So, und auch das werde ich wieder nicht vorlesen. Okay. Der macht gar keine Kommentare, das ist ja irgendwie komisch.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Mhm.
Glass plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations. A glass plate negative is missing.
Mhm.
It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Okay. Okay, gut, dann gehen wir hier wieder raus. Was haben wir ja sonst so?
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
Mhm.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Okay, das war echt ein bisschen zu viel Zufall. Ja, werden wir wieder hier zurückgehen und dann... Ja, würde ich sagen, beende ich hiermit diesen Part. Ich bedanke mich mal wieder fürs Zuschauen und ich hoffe, ihr schaltet auch in der nächsten Folge von Sherlock Holmes ein. Bis dahin, euer Leo. Ciao.